I've had a little bit of a crisis lately. I've been thinking about whether or not do I want to. It's raining a lot, but I've been thinking about whether or not I want to continue doing YouTube or not. Whoa. Let's get the hell out of the rain. All right, now that we're here, I'm changing up, the angle and everything. I thought about doing this video in this setup, but I'm just a little bit too tired of sitting in a setup. I feel like everybody's doing videos sitting down in this cool looking setup with a bunch of LED lights and colored lights and all of that. I've grown a little bit tired of all of it, so I'm just gonna try like new things and utilize the microphone that I bought for the camera. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about is why did I choose photography and video as a way of, expressing myself. I think that with video and with photo, what you can do is something extremely incredible and amazing, because you can basically freeze a moment in time basically forever, unless you lose the footage or whatever, but you can freeze that forever. The nature of life, the nature of existence itself, it's that it's very fleeting. For example, right now here in my room, this very moment, me being this age and in this physical health, I don't know, this mental state, and my family and everything being the way it is now, this moment will never happen again, ever, because circumstances will change, life will change, I will change, my thought process will change, everything will change. So by making this video, or by taking a picture of something that's happening in my life, of someone, of some object, of some landmark, I don't know, I am able to freeze that moment forever. For instance, I have videos saved on my computer and on my YouTube channel, which is, videos are private, but vlogs that I've made maybe like 10 years ago, 9 years ago. And I get to look at that version of myself that no longer exists, and look at that and remember everything and relive that moment in time without actually being there. So it's kind of immortalized because I captured it. Now, of course, for somebody who doesn't like photography, who doesn't understand it, who is not really into it, they might say stuff like, well, what's the point of having a camera and learning all those settings and learning how to take better pictures and all that if I can just whip out my iPhone and take a much better picture? It's like, yes and no. To an untrained eye, to somebody who doesn't like or is not into photography, who's not into all of it, yeah, the picture that you might take on an iPhone is probably going to be better and faster and maybe more, what's the word that I'm looking for? Much easier to take, you know what I mean? It's more convenient, that's what I was trying to say. But, and this is an argument that I would like to make, is that when you take the time to learn how to use a camera, how to use all those settings, to set up the shot that you're trying to capture, and taking that picture, when you look at it afterwards, what it has is something that no iPhone is going to be able to replicate, with no software, with no AI. What that picture has is soul. It has something. It's quite similar to other forms of art, let's say a painting or a sculpture. To somebody who's not into that, who does not understand the ins and outs of it, for example, if you take me to see like a sculpture of something, I don't know, at first I don't know anything about sculptures. I don't know anything what goes into them, what this or that. I have a basic understanding of art in general, so I might be able to pick up on certain things, but to someone who's completely untrained in that, who's not interested in art at all, they will look at a painting or a sculpture or something and they will say, well, So what? It's a painting, or it's a couple of shapes here, or it's like a painting of a tree, and that's pretty much it. They're not gonna see much else in that picture. But to someone who knows about paintings and art and all of that, they will see a lot in that painting of a tree. They will see the colors that the artist chose. They will see the lines and how everything is constructed, the composition, the this or that. They will find a lot of detail, a lot of meaning in that painting. So with photography and video, it's basically the same. The same thing happens here. You can take a picture with your iPhone of your family members or someone, and it's gonna look pretty good. But if you take a camera and you set up the settings in a way that will allow you to express something, a mood, I don't know, your mental state in that moment, then when you export that and you edit that, you can change certain things, certain colors, something in the composition. You can change the whole mood and give it a life that was not previously there, maybe. That just gives it a whole nother meaning. That gives it a lot of soul. That's something that you cannot replicate with any software, with any AI. And I think that thinking about all of this and actually talking about it into a camera, into a video, it is helping. I'm realizing this as I speak. This is helping me a lot to go back to understand just why I started in the first place. Because as I said in the beginning of the video, I don't know if you could hear that. I will check that out later while I'm editing. But I've been going through a little bit of a crisis. I started thinking, like, why am I doing this? Do I really want to be doing this? Maybe I should switch to something else. But by making this video, I think that I can now remember why I started and why I should not quit. Because talking about this, making this video, it's creating sparks here inside of me. You know what I mean? It's not like something like a task that I need to complete, like, oh, I have to do this video now since I started it. It's not about that. It actually makes something here inside of me like light up. It moves me. And whenever I go out somewhere to take pictures, for example, with a friend of mine who I've shown in this channel many times, whenever we go out to take pictures, it's like, yeah, he would tell me, like, I need a few pictures for like Instagram and for his own like content. And I'm like, all right, let's go. As I take pictures, I get more and more fired up. You know what I mean? My creativity starts going through the freaking roof. And it actually makes me feel good. It actually makes me tick inside. And I think that life, that's precisely the point of everything, Find something that truly moves you, that makes your heart, go, that makes your gears turn. Find something like that and just stick to it. And if you're able to monetize that and create and make a business out of it and actually make a good living out of it, that's even better. But if not, if the entirety of the universe conspires against you and there is no way for you to monetize your hobby, to turn that into an actual business that will allow you to live off of it, then you can just have a great hobby that you can do, whenever you have free time.